Alrighty folks, hope you're doing well. We've got a lot to talk about in this video, so we're going to start out with a topic that is not very fun, but it needs to be discussed. I wanted to let you guys know all the information that I've seen. This is the Great Diecast Division of 2025. So, if you didn't know, there's kind of a war going on in the diecast space. If you're on social media, you've probably seen some of the drama already, but I'll recap everything that's going on, at least to the best of my knowledge and what I've seen so far. So none of these brands have specifically announced any animosity towards each other publicly, but it is apparent that Mini GT does not want any association with Pop Race or its products at this point, and it seems that Pop Race is reacting accordingly as well. So the first clue that something was wrong was when we saw the event lineup for the Malaysia Diecast Expo 2025. We have not seen an official brand lineup for this event, but rumor is that it's only Mini GT, Kaido House, and Tarmac Works that are going to be attending this event, which is interesting because Malaysia Diecast Expo has been the biggest Malaysia event. So that's kind of throws up a red flag. However, there is another event in Malaysia that is happening at the exact same time as MDX, and this one is called the Model Car Show Malaysia 2025. As of February 15th, they put out an announcement of a official lineup, and it so far includes Hot Wheels, Pop Race, Inno64, BMC, Tiny Hong Kong, Sparky, Hobby Japan, Ignition Model, LCD Models, GCD, and some other stuff. There's some other unlicensed brands that are going to be there too, which, whatever. But this was the first major inclination that something was up. After that, we started hearing word that resellers in various regions that heavily support Mini GT are beginning to pull Pop Race products off their shelves and are no longer offering them for sale. An example of this is Fred's Garage Club, which I believe they are a store or distributor in Taiwan. They made an announcement that they will no longer be selling Pop Race or Inno64 models, which kind of makes sense because I've had a feeling that Inno64 and Pop Race are kind of in cahoots lately, which is sad because I like Inno64. But yeah, and then we've also heard that Car Round, the official Mini GT distributor in Korea, will also be pulling Pop Race off of their roster, and I think they were actually directed to do this by Mini GT themselves. I don't have any actual screenshots to show you guys of this information, so technically this is all just word of mouth as far as the Car Round goes. But I've heard this from a very reliable source that spoke to a Car Round employee, one-on-one. So I believe that is true. But on the other hand, we've seen examples of some stores who are no longer going to stock anything from the TSM brand. So Mini GT, Kaido House, all that kind of stuff. For example, Toy Space is a supplier based in Singapore, and they put out a statement saying that they will no longer be selling any more TSM products. Now, this could possibly be related to distributor issues in that region, but it really is strange that all of this is happening all at once, and I believe that Mini GT and Pop Race are going back and forth, trying to cut off each other's supply in certain areas. So, and also, if it is a distributor thing, the distributor thing could also be that the distributors are picking a side with either Pop Race or Mini GT, and then it just affects the stores and distributors, smaller distributors in those regions. I wish all these brands would release public statements about what's going on instead of just closing supply to collectors seemingly without reason. You guys already know that I do not support Pop Race or CM or any of those other sketchy brands. I think Inno64 is also kind of going down the tubes, but I haven't heard anything official on that yet. But you guys know I don't really support Pop Race, but I still think that it's very unfair to all the collectors who do enjoy Pop Race and collecting them. And vice versa with Mini GT. Places that are shutting off supply for Mini GT, obviously that's messed up too. Even if I don't agree with some of the stuff that brands do, I still don't want to see supply get shut off to the people that actually do want to purchase them or have even pre-ordered them already. Because there's a lot of people that have pre-ordered models from these stores, and now they're saying, oh, we're not carrying them anymore. So it's are they going to get their models? Are they going to get refunded? Are some of these stores going to do sketchy stuff and just kind of try to wipe it under the rug? You know, it's really weird, but this is all we've seen at this point. I will, of course, keep you guys updated if anything else changes or if anyone else comes out with statements regarding these issues. But with that out of the way, let's jump into the actual meat of this video. Let's start off with Mini GT. We've got some pre-orders. We had one announced on February 24th. This one is going to include a Subaru Impreza from the 1998 Rally Monte Carlo. This one's super cool. It's got like the light bar and stuff on the front of the car. Really like that one. We also have a new casting. It is the McLaren 720S GT3 Evo in the FAF Motorsports livery. This is from the 2024 IMSA series, which is actually really cool because they released this guy right here, this Porsche 911 GT3R FAF Motorsport. Now they're doing the McLaren. FAF Motorsport switched to Lamborghini this year in 2025, so it'd be cool to get like the whole lineup of Porsche, McLaren, and Lambo from FAF Motorsport. But we'll see what happens. Then we also have a Mercedes Maybach in black. We've seen quite a few colors of this one already. Then we have a Liberty Walk Mazda RX-7 in an Advan livery. Again, this is a model we've seen plenty of times already, so now we have one in Advan. It's pretty cool. And then another new casting. This is the Veilside Toyota Supra in combat gray, which is kind of like a metallic silver color. And then we also have a Lamborghini Countach in Verde Medio, which, if you guys didn't know, is actually I believe that this color is based on one of the color codes for the original Countach. So this is kind of like an homage to the OG Countach, which is really cool. Next up, Mini GT did put a pre-order up for a Japan exclusive. This is a Nissan Silvia S15 D-Max Racing 2023. This is Mini GT number 857. There is already a pre-order for a very similar version of this Silvia, and it's Mini GT 855. So now we have both of these on pre-order. We have two new James Bond pre-orders. We have the Aston Martin DBS from No Time to Die, and then we also have the Ford Mustang Mach 1 from Diamonds Are Forever. I believe that's the movie. Hopefully I didn't get that wrong. Yeah, we saw both of those at the Nuremberg Toy Fair, so that is really cool to see them on pre-order already. Really excited for that Aston Martin. Glenn Chow also announced that they will be releasing a gold chrome Veilside Nissan FFZ 400 as a global release. And this is Mini GT number 985, and pre-orders will begin on March 10th, which is Monday. We'll look at the official pre-order photo in the next news video. It looks like there will also be a regular silver chrome version of this car as well. As you can see, it's on the table in front of him, so I'm just kind of assuming that they'll release that at some point too. But I also think it's kind of funny that he mentions being tired of scalpers driving up prices in this Instagram post that he made. I don't know, maybe if they released less event models, it wouldn't be as big of an issue. You know, just a thought. But for Mini GT events, actually today, as I'm recording this, so yesterday when this video goes live, Mini GT had a fan meetup at the Car Round, at Car Round in South Korea, of course, on March 6th, 2025. There was no event models, but they did show off the new real-life Hyundai Ioniq 5N in that really cool Mini GT livery, and they also showed a Hyundai Elantra N in a Mini GT livery, so pretty cool. Next up for Kaido House, we've got a February pre-order. This one is going to include the Datsun 510 wagon in a chrome green color, a Honda Civic EF in blue, looks like there's some carbon accents as well, and a Toyota Sprinter Trueno, the AE86, in a black and white Kaido House livery. Nothing for Kaido House events or anything. Next up, we do have Tarmac Works. They released a pre-order for February. This one is going to include a Hobby 64 Plus Ford RS200 in white with a removable hatch, a Hobby 64 Ferrari 458 Italia GT3 in red, a Hobby 64 RWB 964 in silver. I'm not a big fan of RWB, but I really like this one. I think I'm coming around on RWB. But yeah, that one's cool. And then we also have a Hobby 64 Toyota Hiace wide body in a Toyo Tires livery, a Hobby 64 Ferrari F355 Challenge in a red and yellow racing livery, and then we have a Porsche 911 GT3R in a really cool yellow and black livery. So this was actually a really fire pre-order. I'm excited for the Porsche, the Ferraris, the RWB. I might even get that Toyota Hiace. I think that one's really cool. But yeah, they also did announce a new Global 64 casting of the Mercedes-Benz 190e 2.3-16. These will go up for pre-order sometime this month or in April. So very exciting there as well. Tarmac Works also did kind of announce, I don't have a screenshot of it anymore because it was on his story and I forgot to screenshot it before it expired. But the Centaria Ferrari Monza in black will be released very soon. So it seems like Centaria is kind of chugging right along now. And I think that's pretty much everything I have for you guys. Nothing for Inno, nothing for LCD, nothing for BBR. Of course, we have all that drama, but it is what it is. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. I'm definitely curious to know what you guys think of what's going on down in the comments below. As always, make sure to check out the Pulse Drivers website. We are currently working on putting a Tarmac Works section, so at some point that will be done and you'll be able to go in and look at every single Tarmac Works that's been released. Mini GT and Kaido House are done. And yeah, we've got a lot of really cool ideas that we're working on for you guys. So definitely go check out the Pulse Drivers website if you haven't already. Create an account, sign up, look around. It's a really, really cool tool. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.